by far not an expert in anything, other than maybe drinking beer and eating peanut M&Ms. Like those two things, I could probably have a fucking PhD. It's hot. Hey guys, Jake from Evolving Daily, and this video is going to have some homework. Just kind of goes that way. Instagram, Facebook, podcast on Stitcher, iTunes, and Libsyn, Google Play. Probably somewhere else. I don't know. Today's video is going to have some homework for you to do down in the comments. So this started out as like one thing and got combined two different and needs to be retooled. So the two lists are going to be like, one list is going to just be, hey, what does this mean? Because a lot, like whenever, and there's still stuff that pops up all the time, sometimes, of where, and case in point, let me get out my fancy handy dandy pointer, an 8-iron, the PMC. Somebody was talking in a thread about the, well, if you use a PMC, if you it's like, what the? And then I had to use my context clues and put on my thinking glasses. It was a pocket mag carrier. So acronyms and abbreviations and all them things, that's going to be like this list of like, hey, if you're newer into this and you don't want to get discouraged listening to all this dumb nonsense about the AIWBT74 Super Jam Master Pro XL, and you guys have no idea which are, like that popped up, PMC. And I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Abbreviations, acronyms, that's going to be a whole list over here. So you guys need to comment below a bunch of those things, like IWB, OWB, AIWB, TAIWB, or T, tuckable appendix inside the waist, all that, all those things, which when you get into like certain things like med gear, everybody seems to want to put their own little spin on it, so they have their CTK A24 19 Delta Whiskey Hardcore kit. Like, what the fuck? Say, hey, it's a bleeder kit with a real tourniquet. Is it that hard? IFAK. There's already any hoover. So that's going to be like this list. Through here. This one is going to be just some of it is going to be highly debated stuff. Just a general introduction into it. Some of it's going to be stuff that you just like newer guys that are concealed carrying just need to know. Like the very first one, for a reason, is the 4. Yep, 4, not 5, not 12, not 100. The 4 firearm safety rules. And then it gets down into, and there's more things to add to the list. I used some pretty sweet colors. We have some fuchsia, some tangerine, salmon, seafoam. Got some pretty sweet colored markers for this thing. But it's going to be little shit like that. And I've got some of those to start with, like OODA loop and just other little things. And if I get into them now, this is going to turn into an 18-minute video discussing one thing. That's not what this video is to be. So what do you think should be on the list of abbreviations and acronyms and things that people may get confused about, or maybe you got confused about when you first started? And this one is, if you had a video to watch, and it's going to be a series because obviously you can't get through all the, it's probably going to be one by one. If you had a video series to watch when you first started even thinking about carrying a gun, maybe before you bought your gun, what are some of the things you wish was in that video? Because a lot of stuff gets, you get 3 gun guys talking about, well, you know, it's so much faster to do the thing with the, and have these things on it. Yeah, but they're not durable. Like, And there have been improvements lately, but fiber optic sites. A lot of competitive shooters, at least 5-6 years ago, were big on fiber optics, and they pushed them in their defensive videos. But I've seen a lot of fiber optic sites just shit the bed. I've heard rumors that there's some solid ones out there now. A buddy of mine is thinking about switching to them, and I really want to hear how that goes. But stuff like that was pushed by a lot of 3-gun guys or competition guys because they had really good contrast in the daylight. But they're fragile-ish. They don't luminesce, maybe. That might be the word to use. They don't self-luminescent. Self-lume at night. So, a lot of that stuff got perpetuated by people who really, they were speaking outside of their realm, which I'm not. I am by far not an expert in anything other than maybe drinking beer and eating peanut M&Ms. Like those two things, I could probably have a fucking PhD. But everything else, I'm not an expert. But I can see behind some of the layers of bullshit, like why the stuff like that was preached for a long time. And just ramble about it. And that's the thing. With any of these videos, well, with almost all these videos, I don't want you to hear what I have to say and go, yep, that's the way to do it. No, I'm a fat redneck idiot. My goal is to, give you my opinion on it that hopefully spurs you into doing your research and thinking about it yourself and making your own educated decision as a grown-ass adult. So like if I say, hey, go buy this thing now, as far as defensive and this and that, think about it. Listen to other resources. Research it yourself. Take classes and try one thing versus the other. And then decide go or no go on what the fat man said. However, when it comes to beard oil and t-shirts and hats, can't really argue with me because I know what's up. Just the way it is. I think that's about it. Probably already this is probably already like a 10-minute video. And this is supposed to be like 2 minutes. Just bang, done. Maybe I'll start doing that. I'll start. God, I can barely upload what I have now. This is going to take me literally an hour to upload. But I almost need to do a 2-minute video. Hey, this, that, bang, damn. If you want to see more and see a fat man sweat, here's the longer one. And then make the video where I ramble. Hey now. So, the two lists. One would be a shorter series. This one would be a longer, probably running in-depth itinerary of rambles. Comment below. A lot of you didn't call me a dickweed and I didn't upload a video on Wednesday. And be prepared to thrive while others survive.